Sometimes you ignore it. A leaf, a flower, a plant in the corner of a room. But what if I told you it could be worth more than gold? What if it held the potential to change your life, to bring a chance, a shift, a fortune? I never imagined plants would guide my path. But the more I listened, the more I realized plants aren't just background to our lives, they are sacred, ancient messengers. As a researcher, a botanist, and an energy reader, I started seeing the unseen. I felt how plants responded to emotions, how they vibrated with intention. Their presence wasn't passive, it was powerful. So I followed the call. I traveled across continents, wandered through sacred forests in Africa, hidden herbal schools in India, and temple gardens in China and Japan. In every corner of the world, I uncovered forgotten rituals, how a single leaf, a root, or a sprig could attract wealth, love, peace, and something inside me shifted. I realized plants don't just grow, they guide. They align us, and if used with purpose, they can help us manifest the life we dream of. So I started collecting and documenting every sacred recipe. Rituals that worked for me when nothing else did. Recipes that called in wealth when I needed it the most. Energy blends that calmed storms inside me. And that's how Fortune Flora was born. Now I'm sharing with you 50+ recipes, sacred, plant-based, and more. Naturally, spiritually, powerfully. Thank you for your support by being part of this journey. May the plants bless your path just as they've transformed mine.